On this 8th episode of the My Consultant Interview Series, we get the valued insight and knowledge from RCIC immigration consultant David LeBlanc. With over 2 decades of experience, Mr. LeBlanc's inclusive services and compassion for all makes him our honored guest. Without further ado, David LeBlanc. Hello and welcome to MyConsultant.ca Interview Series. Today we have David LeBlanc. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
At your firm located in Toronto, it offers a unique service tailored towards the LGBT community. What led up to your firm offering this service, and what is your passion behind it?
Well, it started out originally where 28 years ago, nobody knew that they could sponsor a same-sex partner because they were not recognized in immigration law, and there were little-known telexes that were designed that we discovered over the years. And the founding partner, Bruce Farrell-Wells, used to do workshops at the 519 Community Center, and then he learned about how that work could be done. So we were actually the pioneers in that kind of immigration. And it was only in the year 2002 that it changed, and the relationships for same-sex marriages became enshrined in law, and then also in IRPA. Yeah, so that's how it started.
Awesome. You've dedicated much of your life to helping people through immigration. You are part of a number of immigration organizations and councils. What brought you to join the Canadian Association of Professional Immigration Consultants, better known as CAPIC, and how has it been important to you in your career as a member?
Okay. Well, we were involved, my business partner Bruce and I were involved in an organization called OPIC, which predates CAPIC. And right after the inception of the first regulatory body, CSIC, which actually is pretty synonymous with the way people felt about them, the organizations, the 2 main organizations, decided that they didn't want to be divided and that they would be ineffective. So my business partner, Bruce, was a member of OPIC in Toronto, and OPIC and ACE joined. And so we were part of the initial group that moved towards the approval and formation and inception of CAPIC. And so it was an easy decision, right? Because we knew that we needed to have the unification to be able to go forward and to be able to have a relationship with the regulator, especially that regulator. Yeah.
Thank you. So I have to ask, what drew you to the life of helping newcomers settle in Canada?
Well, it was an accident. A fortuitous accident. I was walking with Bruce on the beach in South Beach, Miami, and he talked about being harassed and abused by clients, right? And that he was not sure how to deal with them effectively. And my background for 25 years before that was legal affairs and credit management and customer service. So I was dealing with tough business situations, but knew nothing about immigration. Mm-hmm. So he said, maybe you can join us and start learning the business. And that's how it happened. It was a discussion on the beach in Miami. And so it was a fortuitous accident.
Wow. I would say that was destiny, no accident. It is a huge task to move to another country. To ensure a smooth journey to Canada, what would be your suggestion for potential immigrants before they make their immigration application?
Well, we actually have this as part of our retainer, and we borrowed it straight out of the government's website. So we always tell them, don't. It's kind of the immigration equivalent of don't give up your day job. We always tell people, don't assume 2 things. Don't assume you're going to be approved, and don't assume a timeline for it. So don't quit your job. Don't sell your house. If somebody's coming on a temporary visa, we always tell them if they're a homeowner, don't give up your home. Keep it. Rent it out. So we try and make sure that they're not doing things prematurely, making assumptions. So that's the first thing that we do. Mm-hmm.
I very much appreciate that. So David and I are currently attending the 18th National Citizenship and Immigration Conference in Winnipeg, Manitoba. Would you mind giving our audience an idea of this conference and how long you've been attending, and why do you return?
Okay, well, the ironic thing about this particular city and its conference is that the last time I was here was 4 years ago, when the Canadian Bar Association actually welcomed us as consultants to join. Now we're persona non grata. So the interesting thing is that Monica and I have attended other conferences from other organizations in the past, and she's the coordinator for the whole program. And the comment I've made to her for the last many years is that the CAPIC NCIC is equal to and on par, and in some ways better because of its tailoring to our industry and our participants. So it is the ideal forum to come for one event, and one event annually. I've been lucky enough that I've been invited to be a keynote speaker on past conferences, which is always fun. This year I'm not. I get a chance to have a break. But it's the colleagues, it's the camaraderie, it's the topics, and a lot of it has to do with Monica's intelligence and passion and compassion, because the organization, the conference actually bears a lot of her signature and stamp. And, Dory's unflappable leadership, even with the straw hat. And it's wonderful to walk down the hall and to have people come up to you and say, remember that client that I called you about, 8 months ago? Well, they got approved, right? So it's a validation, it's camaraderie, it's connection, it's community. It's a wonderful place to be.
Thank you so much, David, for sharing your time, your knowledge with us on MyConsultant.ca Interview Series. Thank you so much, and we'll see you soon. Take care.
Thanks for having me.
Have a great day, everyone.